Hi, my name is Robin Wong and I have here with me the Panasonic 14mm F2.5 Pancake lens. In this video, I want to share my experience using this lens. Let's do this! Before we dive too far, here are some important disclaimers. I have no affiliation with Panasonic Malaysia. They didn't contact me or ask me to do this video. This lens is on loan from a friend and I have to return the Panasonic 14 F2.5 to that friend after this review. Maybe not immediately, I may keep it for a while to do some more shutter therapy sessions. This is not a full review of this lens. I believe you can find a lot of other reviews available online on the Panasonic 14 F2.5. It is not a new lens after all, and all my findings on this video that I'm sharing, they're from my own subjective opinion. I really like the pancake design of the Panasonic 14 F2.5. I believe that Micro Four Thirds system should have more pancake design lenses. I know that we have a few available. There is the 20 f1.7, there is also the Olympus 17 f2.8, but I do want to see a lot more pancake lenses. It doesn't really matter if it is f1.7 or f1.8 aperture. I know that it is a challenge to have a bright aperture and keeping the size of the lens really slim and compact. That may be a technical challenge. I'm okay if it is f2.5 or f2.8. I do want to see a 25 f2.8 pancake, or maybe a 35 or 40 f2.8, or even f3.5 pancake, but there mustn't be a compromise in terms of image quality. These pancake lenses must offer significant upgrade over kit lenses. Then it is more attractive for anyone to get these lenses, because I believe that pancake design can make Micro Four Thirds system, which has the main advantage of being small, light and truly compact, even more compact. I really love how small and how compact the 14 f2.5 really is. It's just a perfect match to any smaller Micro Four Thirds camera bodies, such as the EPL series bodies. I do have an EPL 7 lying around. It was the perfect match. But I've used the 14 f2.5 on my own Olympus OMD EM5 Mark III throughout my testing sessions in the past few days. And I must say that I'm loving this combination. As I've mentioned very recently, I've been toying around with the idea of wide angle shooting. It is my weakness and I do want to improve this area of my photography. That's why I got the Fuji XF10, which I have just made a video recently. Please check out the video. I'll put the link up here if you have not. This is the alternative for Micro Four Thirds shooters. If you want to keep your cameras really small, just get the 14 f2.5. It is as if you're not carrying any lenses at all in front of the camera. It is such a small lens and it delivers fantastic image quality. I personally really like the images that's rendered by the Panasonic 14 f2.5 when it's paired with my Olympus EM5 Mark III. The lens delivers very sharp images consistently from edge to edge, and even at wide open aperture f2.5, I wouldn't hesitate to use it because it already delivers very sharp images. And I generally stop down my aperture to f4 or f5.6, not because I want the images to get sharper. Yes, it does get sharper, but I do want sufficient depth of field in my wide angle images. Generally, when I shoot wide angle, I do want everything in my image to be in focus. I don't notice any distortion whatsoever. I think the barrel distortion is already corrected by software in camera. And All the technical flow controls are very well corrected. I don't see any vignetting, I don't see any corner softness. Generally, the lens does deliver very good image quality, definitely an upgrade over any kit lens available, the 14-42, all the variations from Olympus or Panasonic kit lenses. The 14 f2.5 Pancake does a better job at rendering very good 28mm equivalent wide angle coverage. While I really love the super compact form factor of this Pancake lens design and the image quality that the Panasonic 14 f2.5 renders, there are some things that I dislike about this lens. First, autofocus performance. Now don't get me wrong, the autofocus of this lens when it's paired with my Olympus EM5 Mark III is still very fast and reliable, and I can still nail most of my shots with no issue. I can get consistently high hit rate, and even in low light conditions the lens still focuses really well. However, to be entirely honest, if I compare this lens, the Panasonic 14 f2.5, to all other available micro four thirds autofocus lenses out there today, this is one of the slowest autofocus lenses available. The only other three lenses that I can think of that are slower than the Panasonic 14 f2.5 are the Panasonic 20 f1.7 Pancake, that is definitely slower than this, and the other two other lenses are the Olympus original first generation micro four thirds lenses, the 17 f2.8 Pancake and the original 14-42 collapsible kit lens. Having said that, I'm not saying I'm disappointed with the autofocus performance of the Panasonic 14 f2.5. In fact, it is far from it. If you compare this against the Fuji XF10, this is way faster and more reliable in terms of nailing the shots. I'm just saying, with all the lenses that's available, this is one of the slowest. Another important issue I must highlight about the Panasonic 14 f2.5 is the severe chromatic aberration when it's paired with Olympus camera bodies. I believe I've read somewhere that Olympus camera bodies doesn't have anti-aliasing filters on the image sensors, whereas Panasonic has the anti-aliasing filters or some sort of UV filters to filter out the purple fringing issues. And because of that, using the 14 f2.5 or some other Panasonic lenses on Olympus bodies, you suffer more serious purple fringing. And this is true. I have a lot of images with quite obvious purple fringing. Even I've stopped down to f5.6, you can still see the very noticeable purple fringing. It can be distracting, but I also believe that if you spend a little bit more time in post-processing, you can easily fix this problem. Truth to be told, I've owned a Panasonic 14 f2.5 Pancake lens long time ago. If you do a quick search on my blog, I've written articles on that lens previously, and I've decided to sell it off. The reason was because if you compare the Panasonic 14 f2.5 Pancake versus the Olympus 14-42 kit lens, which is also a Pancake design, in terms of size, they are not that much different. The Olympus kit lens offers a zoom range from 14 to 42, so it's a lot more versatile to carry a compact Pancake lens that has zoom capability. I know it is not fair to compare a zoom lens versus a prime lens. Panasonic 14 f2.5 is still smaller, and in terms of image quality overall, it renders sharper images. Generally, it is better, and it has a wider aperture opening of f2.5 versus the f3.5 on the Olympus kit lens. But you know what? The Olympus kit lens doesn't suffer the severe purple fringing issue. It just doesn't seem like there's that much advantage to keep both lenses, and I am a minimalist photographer. I don't keep 20 lenses or 10 camera bodies with me. Hence, I decided to let go of the Panasonic 14mm F2.5 lens. But hey, today I may be a different photographer, I may have a different thinking, and now that I do seriously want to improve my wide-angle photography, the 14mm F2.5 seems like a really good option to have if I want to force myself to use a wide-angle coverage, and yet it is so small and so light I can pair with any of my smaller Olympus camera bodies and just go out and shoot. It is a good alternative to what I've purchased very recently, the Fuji XF10, and if I want a micro four thirds equivalent to that, I must have the Panasonic 14mm F2.5. That's all I have to share about the Panasonic 14mm F2.5 Pancake lens. I'm sure many of you do own this lens. Please share your thoughts and experience using this lens in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you found my sharing in this video beneficial, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal account. I'll put the links in the description below on how you can do that. Any small contribution can go a long way and help me to continue making videos like this and publish them right here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to this channel, and I'll definitely see you again in the next one. Until then, stay safe, and if you can, go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.